from Fox 39, WQRF-TV Rockford, and your home team. Eyewitness News at 9 starts now.
The latest details after a 10-year-old is killed in the state line. The suspected shooter is in custody. Celebrating Mexican independence and Hispanic heritage in Rockford. Residents are embracing their culture with a special event. And a local art fair celebrates a historic milestone, how the event is spreading joy and celebrating artists. Good evening, I'm Taylor Castro. Thanks for joining us tonight. A 10-year-old has died after a shooting Friday night. Deputies found the victim suffering from a gunshot wound in the 200 block of Town Line Avenue in South Beloit around 8 p.m. last night. The 10-year-old was taken to the hospital where they succumbed to their injuries. 30-year-old Jose Sandoval was arrested. He is charged with child endangerment resulting in death and possession of a firearm without a FOID. He was booked in the Winnebago County Jail where he was being held without bond. An 18-year-old is killed in a crash on a busy Rockford road. The single vehicle accident happened in the 9800 block of North Alpine Road around 11:30 Friday night. Deputies arrived to the scene and found a Volkswagen Golf flipped on its side. They found that the driver was traveling northbound when he lost control and went off the roadway. The 18-year-old man was the sole occupant of the vehicle. He sustained fatal injuries after being ejected from the car. He was pronounced dead at the scene. Police are investigating an accident that took place in Rockford this afternoon. It happened at South Mulford Road and Carriage Greenway. All lanes of traffic were closed. The incident resulted in injuries. We'll have any updates on air and on our website, mystateline.com. U.S. wholesale prices jumped 0.7% in August, according to the Producer Price Index. It's mostly because of the rising costs of energy. It's also a sign inflation is still persisting despite interest hikes from the Federal Reserve. Meanwhile, people appear to be spending more. Retail sales in the U.S. rose 0.6% in August, climbing for the 5th month in a row. New home affordability becomes even harder as monthly home prices reach an all-time high. Recent data from mortgage companies Redfin and Freddie Mac show the median monthly mortgage payment hit $2,632. Freddie Mac reports 30-year fixed rates are still around 7% for the 4th straight week. Active listings have dropped 17%. Rockford is embracing the Mexican culture for Hispanic Heritage Month. Today there was a parade followed by a free festival open to everyone. The event is all about promoting unity. Our Nikel Delgado has more.
This is our culture, this is our independence, and we love to be here.
Folks celebrating pride and liberty with flags waving, the Rockford community is celebrating Hispanic Heritage Month on Mexican Independence Day.
I'm glad that, we're able to experience a lot of our culture and we're able to learn about it. It's a really beautiful thing,
From music, dancing, and food, the Chavez sisters tell me they feel more connected to their Mexican roots.
brings out our culture, embraces it. We love it, actually. It makes us feel more involved in our culture.
11th Ward Alderman Isidro Barrios says after the pandemic, they started looking for ways to cultivate community unity, all while supporting local businesses.
This is one of my ways that bring the community together. The people back in power, giving confidence, giving what they need, and also stimulate our local economy.
Organizers are excited to see other cultures joining in on the celebration.
We just come together and do fun things for the community, not just the Spanish, but every culture.
Reporting in Rockford for your home team, I'm Nikel Delgado.
The largest event that raises money for Alzheimer's care, support, and research comes to Rockford. The Alzheimer's Association held their annual Walk to End Alzheimer's at Sports Corps 1. There was a ceremony before the walk. Participants carry flowers of different colors, with each color representing their personal connection and the reason they're walking. In Illinois, there are over 233,000 people living with the disease.
I just want to be here to support them. Every journey is different, but it's similar, and it's nothing that anyone ever wants to have to go through. They don't want to have to be part of the community, but I love that it exists. Here to support each other, come out today to share inspiring stories, share a little bit of hope. We talked about some of those treatments that are out there, and it is really changing the progression and the trajectory of this disease.
The goal today was to raise $75,000. The longest running art fair in the Midwest is back in Rockford this weekend. The 75th annual Greenwich Village Art Fair is held on Main Street by the Rockford Art Museum. Coincidentally, there are also 75 artists participating this year. There's everything from painters and sculptors to woodworkers and jewelers. People can also enjoy the live music, food trucks, and children's art activities. It's a way to celebrate all of the art and artists in the community.
We've got a very strong art community in Rockford, and it's great because even going down the street again with the murals, electrical boxes, we've got wonderful public sculpture. So it is such a great place to be, where artists know each other, they support each other, and we can all come together again to celebrate artists.
The fair will be open again tomorrow from 10 to 6. The UAW strike and negotiations between the big three automakers continues. The president of the United Auto Workers Union says he expects to be back at the bargaining table this weekend. Nearly 13,000 workers walked off the job, and the union says they will expand to other locations if their demands aren't met. Here's Morgan Norwood with the details.
Hey, hey, ho, ho! Corporate greed has got to go!
For the first time, members of the United Auto Workers Union are now on strike against all of the big three automakers at the same time.
We're loving it. Unity. We standing strong.
Nearly 13,000 workers at Ford plant in Michigan, a GM plant in Missouri, and a Chrysler Stellantis plant in Ohio walked off the job, and more locations could soon follow.
And if the companies don't come to the pump and deliver for these members and give them their fair share of economic and social justice, we'll amp up the pressure. We'll take more plants out.
The union is demanding a return to pension plans, better retiree health care, cost of living adjustments, and a 40% pay increase. The latest offer from Stellantis includes a pay increase of 17.5% over the duration of the contract. General Motors and Ford have offered workers a 20% pay increase over 4 years.
And this offer is a great offer, and we want to get feedback on it to make it even better for them.
GM CEO Mary Barra saying her company is facing tough competition as it transitions to electric vehicles. A Stellantis spokesperson says they are disappointed with the UAW's decision to strike and will take steps to protect their North American operations and the company. A UAW source told ABC News the union had reasonably productive conversations with Ford today. President Biden calling on the automakers to share more wealth with the workers.
Record corporate profits, which they have, should be shared by record contracts for the UAW. And just as we're building an economy of the future, we need labor agreements for the future.
The strike has already triggered about 600 temporary layoffs at Ford, and General Motors says 2,000 workers at its Fairfax assembly plant in Kansas could be idled as soon as next week.
That was Morgan Norwood reporting. Canadian crews are cleaning up downed trees as Tropical Storm Lee made landfall in Nova Scotia. Near hurricane-strength winds of 70 miles per hour left more than 120,000 customers without power. The center of the storm was located about 80 miles from Eastport, Maine. Severe conditions are predicted for Maine, where a state of emergency has been declared.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
A cooler and gloomier day today. Temperatures only making their way into the mid-70s for many of us earlier this afternoon. There was a little bit of sunshine out to the west, hence Freeport reaching 76 degrees, only 74 in Rockford, 70 in Rochelle, and 69 for the high temperature in DeKalb. Things a little bit on the more wet side the rest of the evening, though, as we've had some showers and thunderstorms gradually working their way into the area along a cold front. We are still seeing some of those kind of wetter conditions out there really across the area. But in particular, in downtown Rockford, our SkyTrack camera overlooking there is on the Supply Corps building, is brought to us by Window World. We go now to satellite and radar, which only goes up to around 9 p.m. for this particular run of it, and it's showing some of these additional thunderstorms that have been working their way through as of 9 o'clock. And that's where we see some of the heaviest rainfall really concentrated in an area toward the northern portions of Winnebago County. And that's where the National Weather Service has actually issued a flash flood warning for that location that goes until around midnight tonight. Already some spots have seen, as of 9 p.m., 3 inches of rain that have fallen in really just an hour and a half to an hour and 45 minutes. An additional rainfall of up to around 3 inches. Additional of that still possible over the next few hours with these very, very slow-moving thunderstorms that continue to go over this area. So included in that particular warning, this is kind of to the northwest of the Rockford area. Sherland, kind of the main area just to the east of Durand, and north of 70 is where we're going to be seeing some of those heaviest rainfall totals. But other spots still could be seeing some significant rainfall rates of around an inch per hour, if not a little bit more, in some of those heavier thunderstorms. Those continuing to work their way out of the area, things fizzling as the sun continues to set. We still could see some of these heavier pockets of rain kind of pivoting around this low pressure system through the rest of the overnight hours tonight, but the majority of that going to remain to the east until the back end of the system kind of wraps around early tomorrow morning. That will leave us with some additional shower and thunderstorm activity during the early part of the morning before things slowly work their way out of the area for the afternoon. Overnight tonight, temperatures falling back down to the mid-50s, a few storms early on, but things kind of clearing out for the majority of us other than that wraparound. We could see some patchier fog develop with some of this low-level moisture that's being added by a lot of this rain that has been falling. Temperatures tomorrow only working their way back up to the 70-degree mark, a little bit more cloud cover than what we had today. We are going to continue to see the scattered rain showers and those isolated rumbles of thunder through the early part of the day, but things continuing to clear once we get into the afternoon. And the afternoon is actually when we see those warmer temperatures, with those temperatures reaching back to around the 70-degree mark. Things remaining fairly clear for the next couple of days following that, but then again on Tuesday, we get our next chances for rain that start to work their way in with a very, very weak short wave that will be passing through during that time. Otherwise, things continuing to trend on the warmer side once we get past the weekend and early next week. 70 degrees on Sunday, 74 on Monday. That slight chance for rain Monday night into Tuesday. And then, Taylor, we're talking about temperatures into the 80s for a few days in a row late next week.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
It was a big day in Champaign as the Fighting Illini opened up conference play, hosting 7th-ranked Penn State. The Nittany Lions turned 3 Illinois turnovers in the first half into a 13-0 lead before Reggie Love fights his way into the end zone from 4 yards out. Penn State booted a field goal right before halftime to make it 16-7. Early in the third now, Luke Altmaier down to the Penn State 25, but his pass gets picked off by Johnny Dixon for his 3rd interception of the day. Later in the third quarter, the Illini defense rallies to keep their team in it, but a halfback toss to Tyler Warren makes it 23-7. Then on the ensuing Illinois drive, Altmaier on 3rd and 19 tries to force a pass, and instead it results in his 4th interception of the day. Altmaier took a seat after that one. 5 Illinois turnovers turn into 20 Penn State points. The hosts fall 30-13.
I'd love to be 3-0, but I knew we'd have to battle our tail off to get to whatever record we can. So I'm not happy to be 1-2, but we've learned a lot of really good lessons, and we've learned some things I think that can help us in the 9 games ahead, right? And that's going to be the important part.
Illinois will round out their non-conference schedule next Saturday against FAU. Let's go to Lincoln, Nebraska to see what the NIU football team did on the road today. Their lone red zone opportunity came in the first quarter after a fumble recovery. 3rd and goal here for Rocky Lombardi. He's going to drop back to pass, and then he just slips and falls down. Have to settle for a field goal on that drive. It was another week of the same offensive struggles for the Huskies. Nebraska would end the half up 14-3. Then in the third, they've got Gabe Urban Jr. in the backfield, and he's going to take it straight up the gut and into the end zone. That makes it 21-3 for the Huskers. Next possession for NIU, Lombardi looking downfield. He's going to go for a dangerous pass here, and it's intercepted by Nebraska. Nebraska wins 35-3. The Huskies are now 1-3. And Northwestern is now 1-2 on the season after a 38-14 loss today to Duke. The Bears O-line takes another big hit before tomorrow's game in Tampa. Starting right guard Nate Davis has been listed as doubtful. The offseason free agent pickup suffered a death in his family this morning, part of a situation that caused him to miss most of the preseason action with what was designated as a personal matter. The team already lost its other starting guard in Tevin Jenkins about a month ago with a calf injury, so it will either be Dan Feeney or Jatari Carter to fill that hole tomorrow, while Matt Eberflus and his team look to rebound after that Packers loss and not let that performance continue.
Yeah, I mean, you take one game at a time, right? That's all you can do, and really one play at a time. So we're looking for execution. We're looking for, guys, alignment, assignment, key technique, doing the basics, and one play at a time. And that's offense, defense, and kicking, and that's what we're looking for. And being really good at situational football. Because that's what wins football games. So that's what we're looking for. That's what we practiced this week, and we're excited about going down and focusing on Tampa Bay and getting that done.
And in some baseball tonight, the White Sox break a 4-game skid, 7-6, the final over the Twins.
A flash flood warning remains in effect for northwestern Winnebago County near Sherland until midnight tonight, as some heavier rain showers continuing to work their way through the area, clearing by the time we get to around midnight tonight, but some additional rain showers going to be expected during the day tomorrow, with some of the wraparound showers on this same system. That brings a much cooler day, temperatures in the low 70s, only returning to the mid 70s by Tuesday and 80s late next week.
Thanks, Jordan. Thank you for joining us.